Okay. Hey all you LL Fool J's, it's Tierra with Insert Burger Pun, and I have an addendum to make. So recently we posted our Valentine's Day ranking episode, in which I ranked Valentine's Day Detta above Bob Actually on my list, and I decided that I wanted to swap that. And the best way for me to do that is, of course, to make a video so you can see how sincere I am about my mistake. So sincere. So I made a list of 13 reasons why Bob Actually is actually, I love that, Bob Actually is actually my favorite Valentine's Day episode that Bob's Burgers had so far. So without further ado, here's a list that I made after watching the episode like 15 times. Reason number 1, this is a Daytime Emmy Award winning episode. I knew before that this was a Daytime Emmy Award winning episode, but I didn't realize that this is the first that they got for a themed episode. So you have the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, all of the holiday themed Bob's Burgers episodes that they do, and they've all been amazing, but this one's the first one that actually received an award for Outstanding Animated Program, and so I think that deserves like points and kudos for doing that.
All right!
So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that Jimmy Jr. is not an asshole in this. This is the first time really that we see Jimmy Jr. actively seeking out Tina. He's not really, how should I say, making her chase him. We usually see Tina like going after him and wanting his attention, and this is the first time that Jimmy Jr. is really giving her attention and is making his intentions with her clear. Tina and Jimmy Jr. have been the will they, won't they couple since literally the beginning of the series. And so having an episode where Jimmy Jr. is solidifying their will they, I guess you can say, is nice to see. I hate to say that he claims her because women are not property, but this is the first time that Jimmy Jr. actually goes, hey Tina, you, me, Valentine's Day. And it's really sweet because in comparison to Valentine's Day Detta, where Jimmy Jr. is completely on the opposite side of that spectrum and being a complete asshole, like on a level as like being an adult, he's being an asshole, not just being an 8th grader being an asshole. He's like way over here. So it's nice to see a change of pace for him where he is like, hey Tina, I want to do the sky kiss with you and you only. He even has like a small audience there at the trampoline, which I thought was really cute. Oh, and I also think that it's worth mentioning that it's the first time that we see Jimmy Jr. actively seeking out Tina for Valentine's Day or a date or a kiss or anything like that that's not motivated by jealousy or competition. Oh no, car alarm. Okay, it stopped. So, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so he's not motivated by competition or jealousy, because usually in episodes where he wants to hold her hand or kiss her or anything like that, it's usually because some other boy is showing interest or Tina has other options.
Lifting a girl, big deal.
I'm sorry, you are...
Better than you.
And what?
Things like that. So I think Bob actually is one of the first times where he wants to be her boyfriend or whatever without there being some sort of outside influence on him, which is sweet. Come on, guys. Like he wants to do a sky kiss with Tina and Tina only, and that's great. Reason number 3, lucky number 3, is that there's an acknowledgement of women pooping, which sounds weird, but I think it's worth mentioning. There's so many TV shows and so many movies where there's like a joke about poop, there's a joke about some sort of bodily function, but it's usually regarding and centered around a male character, and it's oh so funny because it's a guy pooping or a guy farting or whatever. But there's rarely those times where a girl having these issues is highlighted or funny or whatever. And our poor Tina gets diarrhea of the butt, and so she has to deal with that the entire episode. And we hear like her stomach growl or making the sound, and like all this stuff where it's revolving around poop and a girl.
Oh, my stomach. Oh, chili poops. Gotta get to the bathroom.
And so, yeah, I really appreciated the show saying, let's normalize women pooping and farting and having these bodily functions and it not being weird. And shout out to that, because at the end of the day, we do poop, we do fart, we do have all of those bodily functions, and it's still not normalized in society. Like even Tammy, when Tina confesses to Jimmy Jr., because she totally owns it, which I really appreciate about Tina, is that at the end of the day, she owns the fact that she has diarrhea. She admits it in front of everybody.
I have diarrhea, okay? I have horrible diarrhea. If I jump up and down, it can explode.
And Tammy, we all know who Tammy is, she goes one further to say that, oh no, women don't poop. Because Jimmy Jr. is like, oh, do women poop? And Tina responds like, yeah, not only do we poop, but I have crazy diarrhea right now. And Tammy follows up and is like, oh no, women don't poop. And it's great because it's showing humor that women pooping and having bodily functions is still something that either guys don't know about and girls want to deny.
Gross. Oh, girls get diarrhea?
Big time.
Nope, they don't. Actually, they don't.
And so it was cool to have Tina be a chick who owns that, and then Tammy denying it, showing that there are women out there who still deny that they poop, still deny that they have these bodily functions instead of just owning it. So we need to work on normalizing pooping. And I hope that if you're watching this, you can turn this into a drinking game, I guess, and drink every time I said poop, because I think I said it a bunch of times. Poop. Thank you, Tina, for showing us that you can have explosive diarrhea without sacrificing your femininity and still get a kiss at the end of the day on Valentine's Day. So reason number 4 is that Bob finally lets Teddy be a part of his Valentine's Day plans. This is super rare that Bob lets Teddy do anything with him without Teddy forcing himself that sounded weird, forcing himself, without Teddy showing up unannounced or things like that. So it's great to see an episode where Bob and Teddy are interacting with each other in a positive way, because a lot of the times in the series it seems that it's a one-sided friendship and that Bob really can't stand Teddy or doesn't like him to be around and doesn't want to listen to anything that he says. But in this episode, not only does Bob change his plan that he was going to do for Linda of learning how to dance online real quick, but he also listens to Teddy's suggestion of going to do a dance class and then lets Teddy take the dance class with him.
And I'll just take whatever class starts next.
We'll take whatever class starts next.
Really?
You think I'm not going to take this class with you?
I did think that. I guess that was crazy.
Which is super rare. He would have usually probably just sent him away or probably not listened to him at all. But it was nice to see an episode where Bob and Teddy are doing something together and having a positive interaction with each other. There is more affection on Bob's side because he's happy to have somebody there with him taking the class, because he knows that he has no idea what he's doing. So it's really sweet. It just further shows that they're best friends no matter how much Bob likes to deny it. They're friends, and Teddy's always gonna be there as a person to help him and improve his plans, especially revolving around Linda. He wants to make sure that Linda has the best gift possible. Okay. Reason number 5, Linda gets a gift that doesn't break Bob's bank account. So usually Bob ends up spending or losing money on gifts for Linda that we see over the series. So like in My Fuzzy Valentine, he tried to get that machine. I think he paid $200. I'll correct myself later, but I think he pays extra money for this machine that ends up not being what he wanted, or not even being a memory from the right woman. So
Barbara Bunkley!
Ooh, look at that bodily function from a woman. I burped a little bit. Careful, everyone. I keep losing my train of thought. Yeah, okay, so oh my God. So even though even though Bob's gift for Linda is done last minute, he could have spent any time learning to dance, but he didn't and ended up having to take a dance class last minute. They never tell us how much the class actually costs, but I feel like it can't cost more than $50, especially for the type of class they took. I don't think that anybody should pay more than $50 for that class. I will get to that soon. But let's just say for research purposes that the class cost $50, which means he spent $50 on his wife for Valentine's Day. And we know for Bob and the Belchers, $50 is a lot because they're so damn broke. And it's nice to see that Bob does something for Linda where it's more of the thought that counts than money, and it be something that Linda actually loves, because I feel like the theme and the lesson learned in My Fuzzy Valentine was that, you know, it's the thought that counts and money doesn't matter with gifts. But with this, it's like money doesn't count and the thought that counts, and let me do something that I know that you specifically would like, because he knows that Linda loves to dance and he knows that she would like to dance with him if possible. Yeah, and he takes it upon himself to say, for Valentine's Day, I'm going to learn to dance because I know Linda likes dancing, which is very sweet. If you like, that's just what a relationship should be, is that sometimes you have to sacrifice stuff, your own likes or dislikes, for something that the person that you love likes to do. And so Bob, of course, he's not going to be dancing on his own. He's not going to be ballroom dancing on a Tuesday. But if Linda wants to do that, then I'm sure he would be down. And so it's sweet for him to modify his Valentine's Day gift to be something that he knows specifically that his wife would appreciate. And knowing that gift didn't necessarily have to take as much money as the Lovedometer did in My Fuzzy Valentine. Which, did they even use that? Where did that go? It just kind of disappeared. Did they give it back, or is it in the bag? Is it like upstairs? Did they give it to Jimmy Pesto? Who knows? Okay, number 6. I almost lost track of count and I'm only at 6. Am I at 6? Yes. Reason number 6. We get to see jealous Louise come out. Whether you want to say that this is jealous Louise, emotionally conflicted Louise, or not, or overprotective Louise, it's nice to see her come out for that personality trait to come out of her in this episode. And you can chalk it up to her starting to realize that she might have feelings for Rudy, or just seeing a friend being used. But an episode where Louise is kind of uneasy about her own feelings when it's about a boy, and it not being on the scale of Boo Boo from Boys for Now, because that's of course like having a crush on somebody from a boy band, you know, having a crush from somebody on NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. But with this, Rudy is a more attainable person. He's a person that she sees at school and that she hangs out with like on the daily. And so those conflicting feelings that she's starting to get, because she's growing up, she's only 9, but you know, like she's starting to get feelings and things like that. So I love seeing her get very protective over Rudy, to the point where she kind of has she has a girl fight with Chloe Barbash. She literally is like, I'm threatening you and saying that if you don't make Rudy happy by kissing him, or if you break his heart by, you know, not acknowledging his card, then I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, and you're gonna suck it up. You're gonna kiss that slow man. You're gonna kiss slow, regular size Rudy, or you're gonna be eating that lovely through a straw.
And that's, you know, whether she likes him, like whether she likes him or she just likes him as a friend, it's good to have a person like Louise in his corner where she's going to bat for him, basically. And it's a good example of like true friendship. So if you want to say that Rudy and Louise are still platonic, whatever, that's fine. But I think it's really interesting to see Louise kind of question her feelings for Rudy, because at the beginning of the episode, she's like, oh my God, Rudy likes me. This is terrible. This is not gonna end well for Rudy. And she even goes out of her way to embarrass herself, which is usually Tina's MO. Usually Tina's all over the place with boys and embarrassing herself in front of a boy. But this is the first time where Louise is the one who is embarrassing herself. Like, she literally tells Rudy that she eats boogers as a way to, like, deflect him away from her. And then she is openly kind of sad when she realizes that Rudy doesn't like her specifically, but wants her to give the flowers or the love weeds to Chloe Barbash.
Great. So Rudy likes Chloe Barbash and not me. What a really...
And I think you see, like, there's like a beat where Louise is just like, oh, these are for Chloe and not me. So at first when she thought that Rudy liked her, she was just like, oh, well, oh, like, he's just my friend, like, ew, like, who would like anybody? But then when she found out that Rudy liked, like, Chloe Barbash and not her, then all of a sudden she got some feelings bubbling up where she is realizing, oh, maybe I did want Rudy to like me. And I totally understand that. Like, we've all been through that where someone that we like either doesn't like us back or someone that we thought liked us doesn't. And it's a harsh feeling. And so I guess learning that at 9 is the best way to survive in this life, because it's gonna happen in life. And the sooner you're able to react to that and bounce back, the better, because otherwise, I don't know, like, heartbreak can make people do some crazy shit, and I don't know. All right, B words. For number 7, I have Shelly and her hip hop class, because that is a character. Shelly is a character that I will always remember, that I will always refer to, because I think that the writers and the animators did such a good job of bringing, because Shelly is a spoof or like a animation of a real woman. I think her name is Dina Rizzo. If I got that right, I'm a boss. So Dina Rizzo is a white woman who decided to make an instructional video on how to dance hip hop and how to, live the hip hop lifestyle.
Hey, I'm Dina. Look at my feet. My feet are straight ahead. You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out. And I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop.
Because she understands what it takes to be hip hop, and she understands what it takes to not be hip hop. And she decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a VHS, and I'm going to distribute my knowledge to the masses. And I'm really glad. I think I'll put a link to the hip hop video in the description or something. But the writers did a very good job of just taking this woman from YouTube and from the VHS and just animating her and putting her in the Bob's Burgers universe. Like, there's no question on whether or not this is a woman, that same lady, or is this character based off of blah. Like, you can clearly tell that she is based off of Dina Rizzo, and is like, she has the blue jumpsuit or the blue tracksuit. She has the short hair. She's turning her chair the other way to sit down, because that's hip hop. That is freaking hip hop, man. And yeah, so the writers and the animators give several nods to her character being from the YouTube video thingy.
Okay, everybody, there's gonna be some profanity coming at you, so cover your ears if you can't handle the B word.
And I appreciate it, because my sister and I really love watching that video, and it always makes us laugh. And so seeing it in Bob's Burger universe makes it that much better, because now I have two am I saying that right? Dina. D-E-N-A. Dina. My brain wants to say Deanna, but that's wrong. So it's fun to have now 2 hip hop ladies in my life. So I have hip hop lady Dina Rizzo and hip hop lady Shelly, and Shelly's son, Flip White Fudge, with his protruding Adam's apple, which is amazing, and his little, whenever he's, doing this, his lip curls like that, and it's hilarious. Like, the Adam's apple is huge. It looks like he swallowed a jawbreaker, and then he says the line LL Fool J, and if you say LL Fool J and you try to Janet Jackson a move and your lips get caught in your braces, then I think you're winning in life, probably. I also appreciate that Bob immediately has secondhand embarrassment for this woman. Like, it's very similar to when you watch the original YouTube video. You're watching it and you're kind of cringing, because you're just like, ooh, this woman shouldn't be doing what she's doing, but she's doing it in a way that I'm laughing and I'm being entertained although the entertainment is very cringy and like, should I be laughing at this? The answer is yes, you should be laughing at it, but you should also feel some sort of secondhand embarrassment for what is going on and what you're seeing. Reason number 8 is kind of personal, I guess, but I like this just because I'm the only person besides the guy who experienced this. Rudy and Louise's first kiss is very similar to my own first kiss. My first kiss was with the guy on a playground, a deserted playground, of course. And I didn't slap him, though. I didn't hit him, but I did kiss him and then say, "Don't tell anybody." So I appreciate that. Seeing that on the episode reminded me of my own first kiss. Daniel, if you're out there, I remember. But don't tell anyone. I literally like grabbed this kid, and I think it was 4th grade that I was like, "Hey, meet me behind this this like handball wall," or something where I wanted privacy, and I was just like, "Hey, do you want to kiss?" And he said, "Yeah." I mean, I would say yeah. But we kissed, and it was all right, I guess. It was a kiss, and then I left. And I told him not to say anything, and then I left, which has been a trait that has followed me into adulthood, I guess, you know? I kiss and I leave. I kiss, and then I dip. Kiss and dip. Okay, so reason number 9 is that Jean learns, okay. So reason number 9, Jean learns to expand his palate and try new things. So the episode starts off with him proclaiming that dark chocolate is the enemy. He will have nothing to do with it. It's disgusting. It's too bitter. It's gross. And he doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't want. What am I trying to say? He hates dark chocolate, is what I'm saying.
Dark chocolate, so dry, so bitter, why?
But then the episode ends with him having a whole new appreciation and a whole new association with dark chocolate, which I think is a part where I found it to be super interesting, is that not only does he have an appreciation for dark chocolate moving forward throughout his life, he has this association with dark chocolate that he can attribute back to Isabella, who was the voluptuous Italian substitute lunch lady, who like wasn't working. She wasn't working the whole time. She just made dark chocolate for her boyfriend Francesco, and like dips when it's done. So I'm not sure if she was just dressing up. I would love it if she was just dressing up as a lunch lady just so she can get access to a school kitchen so that she can make chocolate for her boyfriend and leave. But yeah, I thought it was cute that Jean tries dark chocolate despite being so anti-dark chocolate because a woman told him to, and then realizing that it's something that he likes.
I never thought I'd go over to the dark chocolate side.
When he's making it with her, he tells her, "Oh, do you want more butter?" And she's like, no more butter, more like it's bitter. We need to make it more bitter. Ooh, don't clock me for that accent, because that was bad. But I'm also not a fan of dark chocolate. I don't like it. I am it, but I don't really like it. So I thought it was fair for me to try new things. Why not? And try some dark chocolate. So I got this. It's a Lindor truffle because I'm rich, and it's dark chocolate flavored. So I was gonna try it and see if I like it, and see if it's so good that I see like my whole life flash before my eyes like Jean did. Okay. I mean, it's still not my cup of tea, but my life didn't flash before my eyes. I didn't get married, and I wasn't clinking champagne on the yacht, but it's not that bad, I guess. Should I like throw it? Hold on. That was terrible. Okay. Number 10. Number 10, I wanted to put as number 10 because it has nothing to do with the Bob's Burgers characters at all, or like main characters. Roller Skate Guy gets a match. Whenever we see Roller Skate Speedo Man, we see him in passing, we see him say one line and then, you know, get away. We're all on a, what does he say? We're all stuck on a toilet seat called Earth, and just rides away. Or when on Bob's Day Afternoon, I love when he swings by and grabs the food and he's like, oh, drive through. I love that. So in this episode, we see him fall in love with a mermaid, but like a mermaid on a unicycle. Who knew that roller skates and a unicycle would make a perfect match? And it's so cute to see because it's literally love at first sight. He has to turn his whole body because he sees her ride by on the unicycle in her mermaid outfit. And just like, oh man, I didn't know mermaid could ride one of those. I'm really good at Roller Skate Guy's voice, I'm realizing.
Oh, shell yes! How does a mermaid even ride one of those?
Yeah, I just like it because it's a nice little tiny story of a character that's not a main character, and that we see and hope that in the future, like, they're still together. In my mind, they're still together. They met that day and they've just been roller skating and unicycling together ever since. It's also sweet because it's a girl who also doesn't care about what she's wearing. Like, Speedo Man wears his Speedo wherever he goes. He doesn't care what people say. And then we have Mermaid Woman who is wearing her a whole mermaid outfit. It's not like it's Halloween or anything. She's wearing a mermaid outfit. She's on a unicycle. She don't give two fucks about what anybody thinks. And that's another reason why I think Roller Skate Guy was so attracted to her, because she is another person who would be oddly dressed but is still doing her own thing. And that's attractive to him and attractive to me, I guess. So reason number 11 is that I love seeing Mrs. LeBon's stealing school property, if that makes sense. I put this on the list only because as a person who's worked in an office setting multiple times, I'm not saying that I've ever relocated items from my job to my home, like toilet paper or coffee filters.
I brought these coffee filters from home, by the way, not the other way around.
But I will say that, like, you know, like, maybe, yeah. And so seeing Miss LeBon's over the course of the episode get like taking more and more things. I think she starts with toilet paper and then she takes coffee filters and then like is brave enough to take an entire printer home. I gotta give props to that because I can tell probably the writers were thinking back to their old days working at an office job where stealing items that you may want at home from work was a possible thing. I'm not saying, nor am I encouraging people to steal stuff from work, but I am saying that it's normal and people do it sometimes. Just say that you're fixing it. Just say, I'm taking this home to fix it, or just say that you brought it from home because that seems to work. Not saying that it's worked for me in the past, but maybe it has. Reason number 13. No, I skipped it. Reason number 12 is that everyone gets a kiss of some sort. Everyone, this is a Bob's Burger episode that ends happy. You know, I feel like with the series, there are so many times where the episode will end with the Belchers losing money or losing out on some sort of opportunity that could have changed their lives or just could have made their day better. And in this episode, everyone kind of wins. I can't think of anybody who doesn't really win. Like Rudy gets his first kiss, Louise gets her first kiss, Tina is able to kiss Jimmy Jr. on the sky kiss. Bob Linda gives Bob a kiss. Miss Selbo kisses Jim, which is the guy that she just met at the restaurant, who I guess is okay with it. Let's pretend for the sake of this episode that Miss Selbo asks for consent if she could kiss Mr. Jim. I would love if that's actually his name. He's just like, oh, by the way, my name is actually Jim. Nice to meet ya. But they all get a kiss. Who else gets a kiss? Everyone. Jean, okay, whatever. So I did say in the previous episode, the Valentine's Day episode, that doesn't count that Jean kisses a spoon. But I will say that Jean gets kisses from Linda at the beginning of the episode. He gets 1,000 Valentine's Day kisses. So I'm going to count that as Jean getting a kiss for the episode just for the sake of that. So, oh, roller skate guy. He gets a kiss from Mermaid Girl. So don't correct me about Jean not getting a kiss, because he does get one, and it just happens to be from his mom. Reason number 13 is because it has high rewatchability for me. I think that I enjoy watching this episode because it's like a short movie. Everyone is doing their own thing. Each character is literally doing their own thing to the point that if they are interacting with each other, it's for very short spurts. Like, I don't feel like Jean talks to anybody else but Isabella and that whole dark chocolate storyline. Linda doesn't really interact with anybody until the very end with Bob, but she's with Miss Selbo for a majority of the episode. Tina, she's in and out of the bathroom, but her and Louise only interact through the stall in the bathroom, and that's it. And then Louise is doing her own thing with Rudy and trying to figure out that with Chloe Barbash. Bob and Teddy are off doing dance. And so everyone has their own business going on versus, compiling, oh, this is going to be a kids episode and an adults episode or a, Bob and Tina episode. It's just very independent, I guess. And everyone's kind of growing up and doing their own shit. So I enjoy that because you can forget one storyline and then the next time you watch it, you can focus on that storyline and forget something else. And it's very interactive that way. I also have never heard my mom say, "Aw, oh, aw," more times than watching this episode. I love watching the series with my mom because sometimes she'll watch it with me and then forget the episode completely a few days later, a few weeks later. And so when I was taking notes to make this video, I asked my mom if she'd watch it with me, and she was just sitting on the couch and every few minutes would just go, oh. I think one of her favorite parts, of course, was when Bob was dancing, because she said it wasn't half bad for what he was doing, which I also agree.
Hey there, Teddy. Nice boombox.
Thanks, Bob. Dope pants.
Based off the choreography.
Did you take a dance class? I love that.
And based off of Bob and Teddy's abilities, I think that they did, 10 out of 10.
Mind if we hop in that hip? What?
I'm thinking about doing a video where I try to do that choreography myself. Not that it would be too hard, but I think it would be fun to give it a try and see what you guys think. If you guys want me to do that, leave a comment or email us at insertburgerpun@gmail.com. And the first person to email me that or write a comment, I'll actually do it. I'm saying, quote me on this right now. If somebody asks me to try to do that dance, I will do it. For you guys, I will do it. So yeah, thank you everybody. That was my Valentine's Day addendum. That was me fixing my Valentine's Day choice that I made on the previous episode. I'll link that below. But I decided to change my mind and replace Valentine's Day Detta with Bob Actually as my favorite Valentine's Day episode for Bob's Burgers. And I hope that you enjoyed my reasons why. If you enjoyed Bob Actually as an episode and you have other reasons why it was your favorite, feel free to put them in the comments or email us, like I said. And yeah, stay out of my room! You know, the first thing you need to know about hip hop is it's all about your posture. You know, I grew up with people telling me, stand up straight, stand up straight. I want to stand up straight. If you want to do hip hop, you gotta stand like this. And hip hop is 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, Hip hop head, this is hip hop head. Hip hop head is always or hands are always like Start out just hitting it. Just hit it. So I took some of this from an Africa piece, and in the Africa piece it was like, and when I did it, it's like, so you can see the difference. I'm into points a lot, but not your regular points. For like hip hop points. Some people ask me, Dino, what are you gonna do when hip hop goes out of style? You know what I tell them? Hip hop's right here. It's how you feel. That's never gonna go out of style. You gotta hit here, like step, step, and step, step, All right, and to end it off, I hit here. Ooh, sometimes I vary it. Ooh, and I hit here. I hit them with a bring it down. And then they know this is me. And that's hip hop, y'all.